Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again. Welcome back. It's been a while. It's been a couple days. Welcome back to Movies with Animals in the title in the month. And this time this is probably my last review for the month of September because we're almost done with September. I'm so glad we're in October in a few days. Anyway, this is a 2010 American comedy directed by Dennis Dugan. Hear me out. This is one of his more bearable films. Written by Adam Sandler and Fred Wolf, so not the same writers of Jack and Jill, so bear with me. It stars Sandler, Kevin James, Chris Rock, David Spade, Rob Schneider, Salma Hayek, Maria Bello, and Maya Rudolph, and that is the first one and what should have been the only one, Grown Ups. Yeah, this movie made me laugh. I'm surprised too. A 2010 Adam Sandler movie that didn't piss me off. That's rare. Because other than the Hotel Transylvania movies, a lot of his live action stuff has been very hit and miss. For every uncut gems, there's a Jack and Jill waiting for you at the corner and just waiting to kick your ass. But this film, if you've seen it, my friends have seen this. The film tells the story of five lifelong friends who I buy in these roles, who won their middle school basketball championship in 1978. That was before my time. And reunite 3 decades later for a 4th of July weekend after learning about the sudden death of their basketball coach. And it's very heartfelt. Of all the Sandler movies that have come out recently on Netflix or in the theater, like Pixels, where he's on autopilot, this one has the most heart I've seen since Big Daddy. And the family aspect, I get it. There's some stupid jokes here and there, but it's an Adam Sandler movie. You got to take the good with the bad. I don't think Salma Hayek is very funny in the movie. I mean, she's probably the least funny person in the movie because she's the foreigner in the film. She's the one that has an accent and is bare in the background. But there's diversity in this movie. You can't say there's no diversity because Chris Rock, funny, and he's a black man. And Maya Rudolph is mixed. So, and I think there's an Asian girl here who's like, oh, I'm trying to learn to, study for, to take my, test or whatever. But, there's some jokes that don't work now, especially in 2021. But back then it was 2010. The world wasn't as woke and insensitive as they are now. Or sensitive. That is, racially sensitive. Now I'm like, everything is a controversy. But anyway, this movie came out on June the 25th of 2010. 102 minutes. Yeah. It's about 90 something minutes. It's not an hour and 40. Without the end credits, it's like 97 minutes. It's very quick. Unlike Click, which is like almost 2 hours. $80 million is the budget, and it made 271. I'm surprised too. And it got unfavorable reviews. It's a freaking Adam Sandler movie. What were you expecting, critics? Were you expecting freaking Uncut Gems or that Punch Drunk Love or freaking what else did he do? That was serious. I don't know, some other movies, but yeah. Here he's fine. It's not like gross out humor every 2 minutes. There's some actual freaking jokes in this movie. And yeah, it has a lot of SNL alumni. You have Tim Meadows, Norm Macdonald. Rest in peace, by the way, Norm Macdonald. I wasn't a big fan, but he will be missed. Colin Quinn is in the movie in a cameo. Oh, you have Steve Buscemi in a really funny scene where he gets hit with an arrow on the foot. That was funny. There's a scene when Rob Schneider is singing Maria, and these guys are laughing. I think they were really laughing because he's singing like in Italian, and I don't even think the actor was Italian. The coach that played the basketball coach. It's Sean's father from Boy Meets World, and it's hilarious because David Spade goes, ah, and everybody's laughing, and I was laughing my ass off. That's the best joke in the movie. It just killed me because they hear that life is, it's at the buzzer, in the basketball game. So they use that in the thing, and it makes me laugh every time. Also, there's this thing about Kevin James's son that he's not breastfed. He's still breastfed, and he's 4 years old. And then he wants him to taste real milk. And it's like real men drink milk, and yeah, it's a joke, how it is. And there's also a scene with the girls where they're sitting at the pool, and this guy comes in with a Speedo, which I didn't need to see because I'm not gay, and he has a weird squeaky Canadian voice. I don't know if this is supposed to be offensive, but it's like, how do you doing, eh? And I'm like, not every Canadian says, hey. I know I spoke to a couple of them on podcasts before, so that's a stereotype. But at least Rob Schneider's not playing the stereotype here, thank God, because he does that in every movie. Jamie Chung's in the movie. She's a lovely Asian, beautiful girl. She plays one of the half daughters of Rob Schneider. You have Ashley Lauren. You have Jack Goldberg. You also have Jake Goldberg, and you also have Cameron Boyce, another late person that we don't no longer with us. I hope he's taken care of now because poor kid died too young. But the movie made me smile. Seeing him alive, running around and being a kid, it was normal. And Adam Sandler's normal. He's not doing a stupid voice in the movie for the whole film. He's not being obnoxious and drinking and vomiting and no, it's none of that. That's in the second movie where everybody's an asshole and you waste a lot of talent in that sequel. Fuck that sequel. I hated it. This is what the movie should have just been a one off. This is a very funny movie for a 2010 movie, and even the trailer kind of made me smile. And there's a lot of heartfelt moments, and yeah, there's some jokes that don't work. Obviously, some of the racial stuff back in 2010, I guess that was okay. Now it's not. Yeah, and the cameos didn't feel that forced in this one. So Adam Sandler's daughters are in the movie in a cameo, but they're the daughters of Tardillo. Who's Tardillo? Tardillo. I think it's Steve Buscemi's kids or something like that. Yeah, and I do like the fact that they go to the water park and then they run out of the water park, because they're pissing in the pool. Yeah, some stupid jokes like that, but it's when the jokes end, they make me laugh. Also, when Davis Spade gets kicked in the balls, that's funny. Um, the ending was pretty funny as well. And yeah, it should have been just one movie. Having a sequel was completely forced. I hate when they do a bad sequel to a good comedy. Just saying, guys. Mask. Great freaking movie. Sequel was garbage. Just saying. Hangover. The first one was good, and the sequels, a lot of people didn't care for it. Three Men and a Baby. The sequel, I heard terrible things about Little Lady. That's why I never watched it. It's on Disney Plus. I'm probably going to watch it once, but I'm not expecting a thing. Also, Joyce Van Patten's in this movie, the sister of the late Dick Van Patten. She plays the old woman who's Rob Schneider's fourth wife. Yeah, the joke is he's with a woman that's a lot older than him. But hey, my brother is he's in a relationship like that. So yeah, that he's the older one. He's a dinosaur. But yeah, if I'm in a relationship with a girl and I'm older than her, I want it to be at least close in age. I don't want her to be like 16 and I'm 37. No, that's creepy. There's a certain age bracket I won't pass through. But anyway, this movie's funny. If you've never seen Grown Ups, it's on streaming. It's on Netflix right now, so you can watch it if you have a Netflix account. It's really funny. Avoid the sequel. You're going to hate it. Every joke is either telegraphed or it's not funny or it's just a joke from the first movie but done worse. And that's the kind of shit that I'm tired of. When they take a good movie and then make a shitty sequel, the first joke in the second movie is a piss joke. Here it's not. And it has a lot of heart to it, and it has not as much product placement. There's some of it, but it only bothers me in an Adam Sandler movie when it's shoved in your face. I mean, they did that in Noelle on Disney Plus, and it was too much. Stop putting product placement in my face like this. You see? Your can of Coca-Cola? You see the Foot Locker? You see freaking Olive Garden? You see that? We see it. You don't have to shove it in my face. Man of Steel had less, product placement than freaking like Grown Ups 2 and all these other movies. Like they have to shop at a freaking Kmart. No, this is not a review of the second movie. This is the first one. The animal in the movie is a dog that has its vocal cords is like taken out and it goes, ah, ah, ah. That's kind of funny. I admit that. And the dog is real. It's not CGI. It's a real shaggy dog with his vocal cords. And the dog is a good actor for not having the bark, muted out, like edited out in ADR. But it works, and the animal is at least taken care of. It doesn't get hurt for any stupid jokes. So the movie is fun. I have it on Blu-ray. I'm glad I do. I was worried. I'm like, oh great, an Adam Sandler movie from 2010. Is this going to piss me off? No, it made me laugh. That Maria scene just kills me every time because that is just perfect because the crowd is laughing with me. So it's better to have them laughing with me than against me. So that's my review of Grown Ups 2010. I'm glad there wasn't a third one because the second one was shit. So just see the first one. It'll make you laugh. And if it doesn't, I understand. But for an Adam Sandler movie, it could have been a lot freaking worse. At least he's trying. Thanks for watching. Take care. And I'll see you in the next one.